If you've added custom CSS to your Squarespace website and it didn't do exactly what you thought it should do, I'm here to help. I'm Becca from Inside the Square. I've helped thousands of people customize Squarespace with code right here on my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm sharing the top 5 reasons why your CSS code might not be working. Without further ado, I'm going to share my screen to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get started. One of the first things I want to talk about is making sure your code is important. When you're in Squarespace and you set up things using your site styles menu and using the design menu for different content blocks like this, what Squarespace does is it translates all of these settings to code behind the scenes. When we add custom code, we're overwriting that, and sometimes it gets ignored. Now I'm going to hop over to the Pages section of my website, select Custom Code and Custom CSS, and let's say we want to give a border to this button. I'll say SQS block button element, and we'll go ahead and say border 5px solid blue. Nothing happened. That's because my code isn't seen as important as the Squarespace code that's already there. So I need to add exclamation point important, and now the browser will process my code. Now that blue is kind of hard to see, so let's go ahead and make it a bright orange. And now we can see it's really standing out on the page here, but we had to add exclamation point important, otherwise our code was being ignored. Again, this code is perfectly fine. This is the part I needed to add to make sure the browser paid attention to what I was trying to get it to do. You don't know what the selector is for something. One of my other favorite tips here is to use the asterisk trick. So I'm going to scroll down here on my screen, and you'll see I have 2 different scrolling marquees. If I use the Site Styles menu, go ahead and just leave our code. We don't need that anymore. Using the Site Styles menu, I can hop into the color theme here, but if we take a look at my lightest one, and I click on the scrolling marquee, I have to change the color of it, and it adjusts every single scrolling marquee. What if I only want to change the individual one? For that, I can use the block ID. I'm going to scroll up here so we can see the actual sections, and I've clicked on a free Chrome extension that I use for this, available from Will Myers. I'll have a link to this extension in the description underneath the video, but we'll go ahead and copy this ID for this data section. You can also copy the ID for individual blocks. The same concept applies. I'll turn the extension off, and we'll use that here in our code, and here I'm going to say color red. Now, as soon as I added that, you'll notice nothing happened, but again, there's nothing wrong with my code. And this time it's not an important issue. This time I need to add an asterisk. What I've done is tell the computer browser that inside this section, anything that could possibly get this property and value combination, go ahead and change it. This asterisk is a catch-all. I don't happen to know the specific selector for the scrolling marquee off the top of my head, so quickly adding that asterisk will make sure that that changes. Sometimes you do need more than ID. Sometimes you need to target the content, not the container. I've got a great example for that here on my site. We'll scroll down to this button right here. If we use that same Chrome extension and grab the block ID, place it here in our code, and we try to say border 5px solid red, you're going to notice the entire block ID gets the border. If we use the asterisk trick, it's going to apply it to everything in this block, which is not what we want at all. So in this case, we need to use the actual code name or the selector for the button inside, which is SQS block button element. Then we can apply the border to this individual button inside the content block. If you're looking for a list of selectors, I have my list of Squarespace selectors available at insidethesquare.co/CSS. That's exactly what my AI code generator custom Cody uses to create code. So if you want to learn more about those, I'll have links directly underneath the video. But for now, let's talk about the 2 other things I want to cover in this video. And the first is adding code to the right place. There are 3 main places we can add code in Squarespace: site-wide CSS, your page header code injection, and a code block. Now, site-wide CSS, that's perfect for things that are site-wide changes, like custom fonts, borders, hover effects. That's exactly where we are right here in our custom CSS panel. Now, to get there, at the time of recording this, we start from our main menu, select Pages, select Custom Code, and then Custom CSS. But if your menu doesn't look like mine, press the / key on your keyboard and search for CSS, and you can navigate there directly. Now, notice all we're adding here is custom CSS. Your other 2 options are for individual page changes. So single page changes, as long as you're not on the basic Squarespace plan at the time of recording this, you can use page header code injection. Let's hop back into Squarespace into my Pages menu. This page is in my main navigation. We'll click on this gear icon, and under Advanced is where we'll find page header code injection. This places code in the header of this page. That's going to load before everything else so we can add our custom CSS here. But again, that's only available for custom code if you're not on a basic plan. If you're on a basic plan or you want to change an individual a collection item like a blog post, you're going to need to use a code content block instead. Back here in Squarespace, I want to show you this blog example. If we click on this gear icon and click on Advanced, we'll see page header code injection, but that's for the list of blog posts. And we'll see post blog item code injection, but that's going to affect every single blog post in the blog. If you only want to change one post at a time, one individual collection item, you need to click into the collection item, select Edit, and add a code content block. This is where you can place your CSS. Now this part is super duper important. In your page header and a code content block, you can use different types of code. So we have to make sure we're telling the computer we're adding a style code by labeling it with style brackets just like this. Now, last but not least, if you added custom CSS to your site and you're still not seeing the changes, try incognito mode. Clear your cache to reload your code or test it in an incognito browser. Sometimes computer browsers are lazy and they want to save the CSS that they already had access to. You need to remind it that there's new stuff. To do that, again, try incognito or clear your cache to reload your code. This is especially important for testing on mobile devices. I hope that one of those 5 options helped you with your specific code problem, but if you have any other questions, check out my website. I'm here to help, insidethesquare.co. I'm Becca from Inside the Square, and I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn more about all the cool things that Squarespace can do, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try to post a new video every week with a creative way that you can make Squarespace uniquely yours. Thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have fun with your Squarespace website. Bye for now.